Okay. I am entering live though because if you eat the much, we are reviewing um Ed versus Seth Rollins in the caveman. Cause I had looked up and seen that though either much though you either much been following my podcast for the past six. You see, I just got started on this podcast. And either much and you see, let me ask you a question though, because you either much have you some friends that either much followers you, and then when you say you either much gotta either much go to a wedding with them, and then you either much know what they tell you ain't either much, and you don't either much have. Look, I don't either much have no way to know where because you need some brand new tires, either much drive way out there homestead. That's either much go out there, and I know you gonna have your friends and your family. He's gonna have his kids with him too, and then you look up and say that you call your brother and you look up, you ain't either much have him to either much come out and get you, and Yonka don't call and tell you that he out here, he ready, and then you either much leave me hanging, and that show you that you ain't got no friends either much lawyer to you. I mean, let me tell you something. They would tell you leave that girl alone. Let her be with her husband. That's who she wanna be with. That stay out of that bullshit. So you look up and say that look, you ain't got no true uncle though. You can't trust nobody because I remember when I came up, I ain't come up with no friends. I came up with a mama and a brother and a sister and dad. That's what I came up with, and I did not come up with no body else. And then either much and people that's like me, I don't have friends. Like I told my wife, I don't. I have bills to pay. I don't have no friends to give no clothes to. I don't have no friends to get no money to. I don't have no friends to get no clothes to, no money to. I don't have no friends to go pick to go take them to get to buy them something to eat to go buy them some bill. And they don't do nothing for me. They don't put no clothes on my back. They don't ain't gonna give you no money to help you pay no bills because they jealous because you live in a nice three bedroom house that they ain't trying to give you uh nothing. No, I mean they jealous because you live in a brand new house for the past 26 years you have been living in it. You've been living in it, and then they ain't trying to give you no money, and people don't give a fuck about you. People that's don't give a fuck about you. But yourself, look, I am a self person. I stay to myself. I don't go nowhere by the house. I wouldn't care if you live around the corner from me. Wouldn't care if you was my cousin. Wouldn't care if you were my auntie. I don't have nothing to give you. Okay, no bread, no milk, no sugar to give you. I have to feed myself. And so that's why I'm hitting on here to let you know that because to me, you see, I was just stressed over this. today that I get invited to the wedding and I don't get no ride up there, Lord only knows that. I said, look, it's over with. You see, and some tell me, Steve, the wedding is over with, and you have to just move on from that. And Ursula, she is married now. You have to move on from that. And the girl is not either much no kin to you. So you mess with folks' wives, you get killed. So let that woman be with that man who she want to be with. I don't care if she do love him. So and let me tell you something. I don't deal with my own family members. I don't care who they get. Look, I ain't got no money to get him. I only have bills. Like I said, I have bills to pay. God bless me paying internet bill, paying water bill, gas bill, light bill, and house bill. The bills study either much going down and down. So that when it do goes down and down, that's why I still have enough money to pay. That house note will be down. So and that's why I'm just get on here because to let y'all know that because to let y'all people know of that. And then you been and you see and people you have been checking out my show though. And I mean like I just started this podcast because I have been doing Twitch, been covering pay-per-views over there on Twitch. I have been covering doing NXT pre-shows over there on Twitch. But I had that stopped doing that and started coming to this YouTube channel because it let people know I just want to share this with y'all. Because when I get on here, I don't never tell y'all no lie. Never. I tell everything what I read up on, I tell y'all the truth. That's what I tell y'all. Every time I come on here, I tell y'all the truth. And give me facts and the opinion. That's what I give y'all every time I come on this live. And so any way that and then I mean see the way how I'm sitting here looking up though about this draft that they had and I told y'all that last week about that WWE, they have drafted Bianca Belair on Monday Night Raw. Becky is on Monday Night Raw. You either much have Chad Gable, you have Damian Priest on Monday Night Raw. Kevin Owens is on Monday Night Raw. The Street Profits is on Monday Night Raw. Gable and Otis on Monday Night Raw. Carmella is on Monday Night Raw. So is Selena Vega is on Monday Night Raw. And so we sit up here and either much think that look, WWE ain't got no plans for Selena Vega to win that title WWE Raw Women's Champion in the near future. Leah Morgan, I think she is on Raw. Bobby Ashley is on Raw, so he's staying on Raw. Keith Lee is on Raw, but I'm gonna leave Barricade out of it. That's a stupid name they put. I mean, that's the stupid name that they either much have put. And then next week, and I'm either much looking like, what the fuck is WWE? Is either much is doing? Why is they either much making this match? I mean, doing a draft because I know you got Hit Row gonna be on SmackDown. You got Hit Row, Charlotte on SmackDown. Sasha Banks is on SmackDown. You either much have Shayna Baszler on SmackDown. You either much have who else I say on SmackDown? Zia Lee is over there on SmackDown. You either much have uh Hit Roll is over there on SmackDown. The Usos is over there on SmackDown, and then you either much have uh either much have I mean you either much have who else I could even say on SmackDown. Who they have? You have Sami Zayn is on Baron Corbin and Musa on SmackDown. Shinsuke Nakamura on SmackDown. Sheamus on SmackDown. Cesaro been drafted to SmackDown. And then you either much have Sasuke and Jinder Mahal is on SmackDown. Mace is over there on SmackDown. Natalia is over there. And Tegan Dox is on SmackDown, and Sasuke is over on Monday Night Raw. And why the fuck WWE doing this stupid ass draft? You breaking up tag teams for nothing, and then you should be waiting on after when WWE Crown of Jewels is over with. Shit is gonna be official. It is gonna be official, and then you comes out and tell me talking about everything is gonna be you look WWE, they doing dumb shit all the time. Look, Tony Storm is on SmackDown. And so either much we got in the hell in the hell in the cell. Okay. And then we the much we the much talk about Tony Blanchard because you know that WWE and AEW don't even much want to hire. Tell me, look, Telly Blanchard is either much one hell of a wrestler who I seen over there in TNA versus Lil Kim because I looked at the highlights on YouTube. So when she was the one beat Gil Kim and won the TNA Impact's knockout championships, because she's a hard in ring worker in the ring. She has the experience, a hard in ring worker outside the ring. She has the experience. She has the athleticism. She has the killer instinct. And then in AEW, don't want to sign her because she has a close friends relationship with Tony Khan, and then Tony Khan don't either much want her. You know, I can't say, look, Tony Khan, if Tony Khan would sign her, I would either much like to see her take on Nyla Rose, Zoe Stark, Thunder Brick Breaker, Hashida, Jay Kroger, Britt Baker, or Ruby Soho. I would like to see her take on, and I would like to see her take on either much Nyla Rosa, either much every woman who is on that AEW roster. That's who I would like to see her take on. I mean, in AEW because she is a talent, but they don't want to sign her because it was a fan say um Taylor Blanche had either much spit it in a woman face, a black woman face, and it was a fan at the wrestling promotion. And if that was me, I would have beat the living shit out of that woman until I knock her damn head off her shoulder. You wouldn't be doing it to Bianca Belair. You wouldn't be doing it to Becky Lynch and Charlotte. You wouldn't be doing it to Naomi. And they don't play that over there. They would beat the shit out of you. And that's why no company, promotion, they don't either much want to give her a contract to sign with them because her damn issues with women in the locker room and outside of the company. And I mean, that is a damn shame because that's the why nobody don't want you. And then we look up like WWE with Vince McMahon though. You see, his come look. I told you, Vince McMahon don't give a damn about no talent. Vince McMahon only cares about making sure he keep his money going to WWE Universal Peacock and WWE US Network. That's all he cares. That's where his money is going to. He don't give a damn about no WWE professional wrestling. He either much want to bury his own product, but before he leaves here, look what he's did to Keith Lee. He done fucked him up till he got to the WWE main roster, and WWE ain't had no plans for Keith Lee. He done either much and done changed his name to Keith Lee Barricade and done fucking up this name. This man should be the one that be feuding with Drew McIntyre, be feuding with Drew McIntyre. He should be feuding with Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Cesaro. He should be feuding with either much Karrion Cross. He should be feuding with Bobby Ashley. He should be feuding with Kobe Kingston and Big E. He should be feuding with anybody on that route with Matt Riddle and Randy Orton. He should be feuding with everybody on that main roster and get a title opportunity shot at WrestleMania. Because this man and like WWE creators, they need to bring that Keith Lee just like they used him in WWE and NXT. And either much like I had said, yeah, I mean, like I eat much. I mean, I seen Queen Lake because she was on talking about the tournament and talking about Leah Morgan didn't see the much got qualified out of the I mean for that WWE championship, and then either much I'm either much saying that I either must see. I mean the rating because I mean like Tony Khan. Look, Tony Khan is the one that signed people those paychecks. Tony Khan though has a people that who either much work for him in these offices. He is the boss. He the one signed those paychecks and handed to them. Everybody in the promotion, anybody in the company who works for Tony Khan in the company, and then either much okay, all these matches, what you see, I'm putting up all these matches at Crown Jewel. So, you have Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar at Crown Jewel for the Universal Champion. You either much have Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair in a triple threat match for the WWE Championship. You either much have Ed versus Seth Rollins in the Hell in a Cell. It's gonna be one of the fun matches. You either much have Big E versus um Big E versus McIntyre for that WWE champion, and you have Randy Orton versus Matt Riddle, and we either much got Bill Gold versus Bobby Ashley in a DQ match. Okay, Bobby Ashley versus Drew. So I mean, look at these matches. I'm either much giving you. So I'm looking at a announcement that I'm looking at these announcements. So announcement that Sparta TV Friday night sees the premiere of WWE SmackDown on Fox Jew on an average of 2.034 millions of viewers in the only overnight ratings. In the key was 18 slash 49 draft agreements on Friday night. WWE SmackDown drew average of 45 ratings, which made it a number two for the night on the network television. Their number are doing for the last week overnight ratings, which drew an average 2.12 million viewers and 0.55 ratings in the key 18 49 demographic. So And we the much had WWE announced lineup for next week. Supersize SmackDown on Fox F1. Look, Fox F1, look, you think either much Fox F1, they either much have Brock Lesnar over there on SmackDown. You know Tony Khan is going to be going head to head, though. And then, you know AEW that's fucking with SmackDown. And you already know that, look, I don't see SmackDown Fox is not going to be losing to AEW because AEW Rampage is just they ratings is going down low. So because the reason why is that look, you got CM Punk over there, and you think SmackDown gonna go 2.5 hours next week? Man, get the fuck out of here. You know that ain't gonna be happening next week because they are gonna be on FS1 next week, and some people don't have SS1. They have it. They don't have it on Sounds TV. They have it on Direct TV. I don't got that. They have it on the Fire Stick TV. They have it on Xfinity TV. They have it on now. And then so we have this I'm starting like when Mark Henry and Bully Ray I was sitting there listening to. And then because I remember back in the day, you either much had Mark Henry used to either much get a shitbag in his food. Mark Henry, he was either much was pissed off about that though. Ooh man, he used to get pissed off about it. And then you have Bully Ray come back either much talking about bullying a bully. When you bully a professional wrestler, it's like you either much in school. Look, you know that I don't get caught up in that with Bully Ray say. You know I ain't like him in TNA when he was John when he turned it on Hulk Hogan and then he ended up joining uh the Bullet Club, and then ended up, and then you know that Bullet Ray ended up being the TNA Impact World Heavyweight Champion at Bound for Glory till he lost it to AJ Styles. This dude done beat it, turn around, had help from the Bullet Club to beat it Stain. He had help to beat it the Ultimate X. He had help to either much beat it EC3. He had helped to either much beat it Chris Simon. He had helped to end up beating because this man has been involved in a lot of matches. And till he lost it to Kenny Anderson, he the much had help. Had help. So cause he I mean I seen these matches like and I've seen these matches that he had. Like Sting had to reform the Mafia family. That's what Sting either much had to reform. So we either much had Sting either much had to either much go got Magnus Kurt Angle. He either much got Magnus Kurt Angle. He got Sting. He either much got they had to go to war with the mafia to get rid of the aces and eights because they got rid of them because they don't mean still that they are going to join together with each other. So that I mean, and so they still continue. But when they was over, when TNA, when Hulk Hogan left TNA, I was so done with the company. When they had left, because I remember TNA was just like ECW when they had Ric Flair, Ric Flair, when they had AJ Styles, Pete Dunne, AJ Styles, when they had PDO Williams, when they had Bobby Ashley, Eric Bischoff, when they either much had uh Scott Steiner, when they had Jeff Jarrett, because I remember Kurt Angle when he left WWE in 2007 and joined TNA and signed a multiple year deal. They had Samoan Joe in TNA. They either much had Alex Shelley and Chris Samon and Christopher Daniels. Because I remember, look, TNA Impact was like ECW and WWE, TNA had lost it a few people. And because those people who you had, Jacqueline, Beer Money and Bobby Roode and James Storm, they ain't either much there no more. That's why I either must stop reviewing TNA. I was through with it. It wasn't nothing else. It's over with because I have been talking about pay-per-views for 6 years. I talked about SummerSlam, WWE Night of Champion, TLC tables and tables and ladders and chairs and viruses in the Royal Rumble, the Elimination Chamber. I talked about WrestleMania. I talked about Payback. Talked about Money in the Bank, Extreme Rules, and SummerSlam. I bought you that. I bought you WWE Clash. I've been covering this for the past 6 years. I have been doing this before I either much got the live screen. Because I'm not asking you, do you either much want to I'm not asking for no money, no Cash App, no PayPal, no no money, no Cash App. I'm not asking for no PayPal. I'm not asking for no payday, no dare. I'm not even much asking for nothing. You just need to come and check my show out. I wouldn't care if it was on a WWE app. I wouldn't care if it was on a iPad, laptop, desktop, iPhone, either much. Cell phone. I don't care, whatever you want to check me out on. Because I'm reading it say um next week though there's special super episode of WWE Fox Night SmackDown will air on Fox F1, which is due to the Major League Baseball playoff of Fox. Their Q and K will listed for night Friday night. WWE SmackDown has the show at 2.5 hours, which means next week live AEW Rampage on TNT will go head to head with the final 30 minutes of WWE SmackDown on FS1. And a AEW CEO President Tony Khan took to Twitter last Friday night saying he can't wait to beat AEW, means show head to head. I saw you doing a half hours head to head with us. I can't wait to finally beat your main show head to head. It be long time to come. See you next Friday. Uh-oh. So AEW Rampage take place live at the James L. Knight Center in Miami, Florida, and will air ahead of the special Saturday Night Dynamite broadcast live on TNT due to the NHL. Below is the current card of next week's special live. And then either much so I'm either much talking about AEW Rampage result, the useless signatory opened a video ad to kick off the week show from the Locals Center, Liacours Locals Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We were ahead of Excalibur welcome us to the show, and he is joined by Chris Jericho and Taz and Tony Schiavone. Excuse me, on commentary. And then we had they kick it to Mark Henry, who is standing by for his trading pre-show main event split scene interview. However, this time for the opening, but about this week. With they said Team 2.0 and Danny Garcia explained why they did seem to attack CM Punk in his hometown of Chicago. Henry then asked what his approach of his match against Garcia tonight is. He say he wouldn't have been a fan of this freaking nasty boss as a kid. He say lucky he won't judge Garcia off of that, but instead he wrestling skills he viewed to make them pay for attacking him in Chicago. So CM Punk versus Dan Garcia. Cuddly person pay and out comes CM Punk for tonight opening match. He knees down and combo the ground before checking his watch and informing with us that is in fact caliber time with the best in the world sitting in the ring. His music dies down and then the theme plays to bring out then touring of Team 2.0 and Danny Garcia teams 2 point and takes their place at ringside with Garcia sitting inside the square circle. The bell sound and we off and running with our first match of the evening. We see Punk jump out to a early offense lead. He dominated the action from the world. Go take it to Garcia as Team 2 keep trying to give him arrogant in between sports. Punk gets Garcia on the mat and locked in a locked submission attempt. Garcia makes it to the ropes to force the hold to be broken. Garcia back Punk in the corner, but doesn't give him a clean break. Instead, he chops him. Punk no sells it and sleep Garcia down to the mat before scooping him up and body slam him. Twisting Garcia catches Punk up a back elbow, then puts the boot to him in the corner. Punk then catches Garcia, charging at him with a back elbow of his own. He hosting him up for the GTS, but Garcia escaped with the help of Team 2.0. They attacked it. Punk behind the ref back with all three working over their knees of the best in the world, just as we head to a mid-match picture commercial break. We back from the break and we see Garcia working over Punk's soft end up leg in the middle of the ring. He continued to dominate the action for 7 minutes until feeling Punk catches him coming in after he took too long to end Punk and the fans in Philly. Now both Garcia are going below in the middle of the ring. Trading starts with the crowd reception favorable when Punk lands a knowledge when Garcia does. Punk end up dropping Garcia with a roundhouse of kicks for a hit near fall. Punk hits a pep twist that begin the crowd alive again, and they begin cheating his name. Punk say fire up, hit a big dive onto all three guys on the floor. He springboard onto Garcia back in the ring and then follows up with a big power peel drive. He locked him in Coda, then Vice on the mat and Garcia taps out. It was a good win with CM Punk. So ain't no way that CM Punk is going to end up losing to Daniel Garcia. But I would like to see CM Punk versus uh, Roger Starks, Scapio Garcia. I would like to see him versus Scapio Garcia, Daniel Starks. I would like to see him versus Ricky Starks. I would like to, I mean, for the SCR title, Morrow, Sammy Guevara, Chris Jericho, like we seen in WWE. I would like to see him versus MJF. I would like to see him versus Kenny Omega. I would like, look, you are gonna see a lot from CM Punk. Just get his man time for him to build up because AEW ain't gonna be having him working matches weekly to weekly. That's to be having him just be stacking up some wins. That's to get to that AEW World Heavyweight Championship. So give him time. But Dan Garcia, he's good in the ring, is a hell of a wrestler. Because I would like to see him take on Babyface like Adam Heyman Page. I would like to see him take on Babyface like Sammy Guevara for that TNT championship. David Boy Allen. I would like to see him take on John Moxley, Eddie Kingston. I would like to see him take on Malachi. Heels can't go up against heels. I mean, it's Mo Baby Face. I would like to see him take on Jack Hager. He's good. If you put him in a ring with anybody, he can put people over. After the match, Excalibur sent things back to Tony Giovanna, who is with Dante Martin, Leo Rush, and Max Striker tells Rush he's seen nothing more than a jerk. Jerk. Bonds, Selman. Leo tells him what he is Dante have is really what he is selling to him is real. He say it seems Striker is the only one in the group that needs to prove their value. He suggests he get a match with CM Punk next week at Rampage. Strider say if he can do that, he prove he's a tap of investment that can make momentum. Rush tells him it happens, so be ready. I mean, after that segment ended, Excalibur Info used the CM Punk versus Matt Striker match is confirmed that next week's Rampage Ocean they whips up we had to of the commercial break. I mean, look, CM Punk is gonna win next week because Leo Rush back there talking all that hot game and running his mouth on camera backstage. Look, CM Punk ain't losing to no Leo Rush. He is gonna win again next week. So AEW Tag Team Champion, the Academy versus the Lucha Brothers. Once we return from the commercial break, Academy theme song hits in. Out come the duo Max Cassidy and Anthony Brown's freestyle rapping their way to the ring. They sit into the ring and their music dies down. Now the famous sound of the Lucha Brother theme hits in. Out come the Pinnacle, Ezor, Mulder, and Ray Flex, along with Alex A. Behant, Abrahants, A. Burhants, for this AW Tag Team Championship defense. Before the bell even sound, Brown, Bowles, and Cassidy attack the Pinnacles and Flex from behind as the right getting into the ring. They beat them down on the floor, and then once they return inside the ring, the bell finally sound to get this one awfully off and running. Now that the match is leg away, underway. The titles are on the line, and we see the Pinnacles and Flex immediately take things over from an offense. Specifically, specifically, they hit some nice double team moves that gets the Philly crowd on their feet, and then they go for a big dive, but ended up driving the body into a spot to the head with a broom box from Bowles. The Academy takes over in a offense here, and now we see them hit some double team moves as they have the Pinnacle isolate in the ring on their side of right, which they keep cut out to keep him from making the barely needing tag. They doesn't last long, however, as the champion fire back up and take over the offense momentum. They hit some uh, Spectacular suspiciously double team high spot and then finish off the due to retain their tag team titles and keep their undefeated streak in 2020 alive. Yeah, ain't no way the Young Bucks. I mean, ain't no way the Lucha Brothers are dropping that title. Maybe you can have them. They need to be stacking more wins. They gotta do it against the Private Party, the Lucha, the Private Party, the Pinnacle, the Midnight Express. They either much have to do it against I mean, either man, who has the Lone Dark Order, they should be getting a title shot opportunity. They either much have to be doing it against Scorpio Sky and Ether Page. They have to be doing it because I don't see them dropping those tag team titles anytime soon until you get a threat some way down the line to those AEW World Tag Team Championships. Because this show ain't gonna be the Young Bucks getting them back. Because unless you get the Pinnacles that take the AEW Tag Team Championships off of them. I'm talking about MJF crew. Either much Either much MJF, unless you get the Pinnacles to take the bet off of them, unless you want to go for that. Because AEW tag team roster, they ain't deep either. And we see Jay Kroger versus Sky Blue. We sat back and from the commercial break all and see a video package that so I thought that was somebody. We see a back in front the break and see a video package that show Hangman Page returning victory in a casino ladder match on the 2 years anniversary edition of Dynamite early this week. Oh yeah, Adam Page is beating Kenny Omega at Full Gear for that title. Because and you see with Kenny Omega, he has beat it. John Moxley, he beat it. John Moxley, Orange Cassidy, he beat it. Pac, entered Orange Kenny Omega, Orange Cassidy. He done beat it. Pac for that at Double or Nothing. He done beat it. John Moxley at a Revolution and for the A title in a no disqualification match. And then he ends up beating Christian Cage. He ends up beating who else I can even much name. He has beat it. But he has beat it. Everybody for the AEW, he has been a dominant AEW World Heavyweight Champion. The only person that who is gonna beat him is Adam Hangman Page. He just got back. He just won the AEW title on the cage because Lance Archer wasn't gonna win it. John Moxley wasn't gonna win it. You know Jack Hager wasn't gonna win it. None of those guys who you see in a ladder match wasn't gonna win. Adam Hangman Page is winning at Full Gear. This is why Tony Khan cares about AEW professional wrestling. He gives the fans what they want. When you get them what they want, they really live up to the heights in AEW. They inspire in AEW. So that's why Full Out is gonna be so packed in AEW. So yeah, because I'm reading for the Lucha Brothers was back inside the Lucha Center in the Philly where we heard the faint sound of the J. Kroger theme music. She makes her way down to the ring along with Smart Mark Extra Kroger settle in the ring and hear music dies down a opportunity. Sky Blue, who is already in the ring, is inducted by the ring announcer as Kroger. The bell sound and we out and running with the one Kroger. Dynamic reaction from the world go blastic blue with a big boot to the grill that nearly turns her inside out literature alley and minutes later she hits her finish and pick up the easy win in the squash match. And look, I love me some Jay Crockett. She still has been undefeated though. Look, she ain't winning that AEW World title. Because you had Thunder Rosa was running after Jay Kroger. Once the match whipped up Jay Kroger, continued to put the boot to Sky Blue for no reason. She beat her down until Feeling Thunder Rosa theme hits. And she runs out with a steel chair to run off Kroger and requires escape. He quits. I mean, you know, Jay Kroger is gonna be getting her match against Thunder Rosa, and then Thunder Rosa is gonna beat Jay Kroger. Look, I like Thunder Rosa. I don't hate her because this girl here is gonna be Big Breaker for that AEW Women's Championship. That's the only one because Jay Kroger shouldn't be losing to nobody. I mean, Big Breaker shouldn't be losing to no Thunder Rosa. She shouldn't be losing to no Skylar. I mean, she shouldn't be losing no Nyla Rose. Shouldn't be losing no Skylar, no Jay Kroger, no Ruby Soho. She shouldn't be losing to no other women on the AEW roster. The only person who can beat her is Thunder Rosa. That's the best option who they got. So LTW Championship Philly Street Fight Ricky Starks versus Brian Cage. The commentary run down the lineup for next week. Rampage and some other upcoming AEW show. And then we head to a commercial with our main event of the evening. Wait for us on the out of the side of the break. So we come back from the break and they LTW champion Team Taz member Ricky Stark make his way out to the ring and does his opportunity. Former Team Taz member then the Machine Brian K. The bell sound and we out and running with our main event of the evening. We see K jump off to an early offense, leading a dominant then action with easy and overpower the LTW champion from the world though. And as Stark starting to take over with a steel chair and other weapons, we head to a match commercial break. As we settle back in from the break, we see more weapons have made it way into the mix in the ring. Cage fires up and starting to take over. He set Starks up for his finish and hits it, but then Hooks runs down and influence. In the fear, Cage deals with him, but turning around into a big shot from Starks, and Starks goes for the cover, but Cage kicks out. Starks throws and full on Henson fit after Cage kicks out from their cage. Share the offense momentum back in the favor. He sidesteps Starks him waiting for him to get up. He blasts him with a dislinery and goes for the cover, but Powerhouse Hobby hit the ring to break up the pin attempt. Cage now goes to the top rope, but Hook runs in against and blasts him with a low blow. Starts blading from the face, pulls Cage of the top rope from his finish and connected. He gets the pin fall of victory with all of the outside help and discipline. This Pazik began a bloody mess, retaining his FTW title in this Philly Street Fight main event. Hobby and Hook join a blood starts in the ring to help him celebrate. Taz throws down his headset on commentary and head down to join them in the biggest celebration. They head up their ramp and join Taz and celebrate as Cage show recover in the ring. That how this week's show goes out the air. Thanking from joining us. Yeah, because I mean that I you see since I couldn't get it on my Fire Stick, all my channels is either much shut down, but maybe it be on sometime, maybe next week, but I don't know. But I go to YouTube and check it out. what I have missed. I mean, CM Punk versus Garcia. The match was alright. We had AEW Tag Team Champion title versus the Lucha Bros in the Academy in a Philly street fight for LTR. We had look, the match with the Lucha Brothers. I didn't care about. We the much had Jay Kroger versus Mark Stanner, ESB Sky Buys. I didn't care. Hmm. Okay, let's get into SmackDown. And so SmackDown was in San Jose, California. And then we get WWE SmackDown kicked off with Bianca Belair in the ring with a table in the ring. Becky Lynch is on one side of the ring, sitting next to a table, and Sasha Banks standing on the announce table. Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville are in the ring, and I'm looking like Becky Lynch. She's sitting up there in the ring like she is at home sitting on a dive in, and Sasha Banks is sitting on the table laughing. Either much with Bianca Belair said, "You know what, Sasha Banks? Ever since you attacked me from last week." Ever since you attacked me way back in August, you and Selena Vega had attacked me. You had put me on the table. You had me in my ponytail. And then here you is, Joe, didn't, and I was at SummerSlam waiting on your ass because you didn't want to, because you wasn't clear for your match at Summer. I don't know if you was clear, didn't either much know you was injured, where you probably didn't either much want to face me because you know I was coming to whoop your ass once again. That's like I whooped your ass at WrestleMania, and then and for that SmackDown Women's Championship. And then here you is decided to come back and returned and attack me from behind again at WWE Extreme Rules. And I have not forgot about you. And you have been on my mind area since SummerSlam. And you, Beckley, here you is just put your own self in this match at WWE SummerSlam. You has not have been either much done. Absolutely nothing to get a SmackDown title opportunity. Cause I have beat every single girl in that locker room for the past several months for that SmackDown Women's Championship. Because I'm the EST, the work the quickest, the toughest, the fastest. You beated me at SummerSlam in 27 seconds. At Extreme Rules, you couldn't get the job done. And at Saudi Arabia, you ain't getting the job done. You know what though? Bianca Belair ain't winning the SmackDown Women's Championship at Crown Jewels because Sasha Banks is gonna be the one that win that SmackDown Championship because she drafted to SmackDown. She is going to win it because you know they got challengers over there like Xylee, Tony Storm. You know they got challengers over there like Charlotte. They got challengers over there like I can't even. I mean, be Fab. Look, she ain't ready. She is not ready for that SmackDown Women Championship, so she ain't got no business being off in the title picture. So leave her where she at. So when Oscar, you got Shayna Baszler over there, Natalia is over there. You have Tegan Knox over there for that SmackDown Women's Championship, and then maybe you can have her carry that SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania 38. But every time I look up though and see that Sasha Banks, she is 0-6 and she has not won a match at WrestleMania. And then we the much get that because Becky say she is this distant to sit on the outside to get a good look at everything. She tells Bianca she is on a losing streak. Well, as Sasha could make it to SummerSlam, Sasha say her spotlight is bigger than the both of them combined. Bianca say the only thing that should happen right now is Sasha signing the contract. Bianca tells Becky that she was lucky in every big moment this year had her name in it. Bianca says she is in the ring and now they don't want to get in the ring. Becky would throw a chair to the outside and Becky flipped the table. Sasha attacked Bianca from behind. Becky attacked Sasha and Bianca. All three women fight in the ring and Belair picked them both up on her shoulder. But Sasha falls as Bianca knocks her onto the table. Bianca hits Becky with the KOD onto the Sasha through the table. And I mean WWE, I mean like I told Queen Lay, I mean yesterday, you know they should have just waited to at the end of the night they either must sign a contract and WWE ain't planned out this segment the way that it supposed to be going. So they done fucked that up. We cut backstage with Ray and Donovan. In come Kayla, we asked Ray what would mean to win the King of the Ring. He tells her not to begin a champion. It would be the best thing. He say it would make her stick of Sami Zayn becoming king, and they not going to happen. Donovan tells Ray that he will stay back to watch the match. Ray isn't too happy about it as he walks out to the ring. Something about this opener which I didn't like either because it come out too script. Or maybe because I am not a big on Sasha, but even the bra at the end didn't get me to instant. I know it didn't because WWE, they did not either. This segment was just way too old with Bianca and Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks with them opening up the show. I mean, it would have been a situation that they could have had planned until the end of the night because WWE does do shit backwards. Um, King of the Ring, Ray versus Sami Zayn. The bell rang and we are underway. Sami throws Ray onto the ring apron, but a ring hand by Ray. He clammed the top rope in a hurricane run onto Sami. He runs towards Sammy, but Sammy pick him up in a rope, but Ray throws Sammy onto the second rope. He goes for the 619, but Sammy rolls to the outside. Ray jumps over the top rope in a hurricane run onto Sammy. He throws him back in the ring, and Ray with a squash off the top rope. He goes for the cover, but Sammy kicks out. Ray gets Sammy in the corner and right hands by Ray and armbar by Ray, but Sammy grabs Ray and throws him shoulder first into the ring post, and Ray falls to the outside. Out comes Diamond. Back from the commercial break, Sammy with the explosive in the corner. Sammy runs, charges by, but Ray with a hurricane Corona. He goes for the cup, but Sammy kicks out both man's back up, and Sammy with a back elbow. Sammy clams the top rope, but Ray with a right hand clam the top rope. And a hurricane off the top rope. He goes for the curve, but Sammy kicks out. Sammy explodes the turnbuckle. Diamond grab it and put the pad back on Ray with a sometime on Sammy. Ray tells Diamond to get down, and Sammy puts Ray into the turnbuckle. He rolls Ray up and goes for the cover and get the pin. I am fun of the King of the Ring, and the Sammy and Ray match was fun. They pulled the tag on Donovan, probably at Crown Jewels, but nice to see Sammy push continue. Look, Sammy ain't winning King of the Ring either. So that's all out of the category. He ain't winning Queen of the Ring either. Uh, Kayla is backstage with Seth Rollins. She asks him if they crossed the line last week after he broke into Edge's house. Seth say up until SummerSlam he was embarrassed Hamlet. After that he was marking and reckless, but he still managed to beat Edge in a SANCIGON scattering match with a ledge move. He was not celebrated for it. He was called a monster for it. Seth say to throw it out the window. He was still the biggest man. He challenged Edge to a match. Edge didn't respond. He say he didn't want any son personal will do. He told Edge he was going to go to his house, and he went to his house to get any answer to the challenge. He said no, he did not cross any line, and he still has not getting any answers to his challenge. He say way more than thin about it. He doesn't know why he is talking to her about it. She has no power, and he will go look for someone who does have power. Boy, Ed is gonna murder him. It's in the WWE in the Hell in the Cell coming up at Crown Jewels. He wish he should have never broke in Seth Rollins' house, going in his groceries in his refrigerator, going off into his chimney, and then either much going in his kid's room. Because I mean, that scumbag bastard Seth Rollins, as he is gonna pay for everything that he did at Crown Jewels because Edge ain't forgotten about that. And we get a Selena throw Storm of the second row. She hits Storm with the cold red. Zelina goes for the cover and get the pin. Look, this match didn't last long. There was just a 2-second match. This match should have been lasted longer in that. So with Selena Vega, she ain't winning that damn Queen of the Ring tournament. She ain't. So I don't care. She been losing and losing for the past couple of months. She has been losing, and then either way, Selena Vega is gonna come up short, winning the Queen of the Ring tournament. You see Queen Lay. She likes her gimmick, her character, but I don't. Because that's the reason why your dumb ass should have been smart enough signing a contract with AEW over there. You would have been doing a lot of work with Andre Andrade. She don't either much have to wrestle. You can either much have her cut a promo. And WWE ain't got no WWE creators ain't got no plans for her to win that WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. I mean, now she over there on Raw. She ain't winning the Raw Women's Championship either. They just gonna have her get pushed in these singles match and have her lose every week. So Selena Vega get the win was suspicious and a good to see, but then them having Tony Storm losing was not the best thing. Storm look weak out there. Look, Tony Storm though was talking about the Rock 1960s, and then everybody gonna say, "Oh, Tony Storm, she get bad by Vince McMahon because she was on a gold and black brand down there in NXT, and now they brought her up to the WWE main roster so they can have Vince bury her." You know where Tony Storm, WWE, you need to be using her more because Tony Storm really don't do nothing for me. She just really don't do nothing for me because the only way how I even must see that you need to use her against Sasha Banks, Naomi. You need to use her against Xylee. You need to use her against Charlotte. You need to lose her against Carmella and Liv Morgan. You need to be building her up in these single push. She should be with Bianca Belair. Look, WWE ain't trying to go in that direction with her with these damn lazy curator booking who they got over there on SmackDown. You got Bruce running NXT and Raw and SmackDown. He's Vince McMahon right hand man. And you either much have look. Either much with Vince McMahon though, this man here is either much a I mean, wanna you see thinking AEW look SmackDown is a good show over there on Fox because they have Roman Reigns over there on SmackDown because Fox want to keep him. Fox has sports packages. Fox has executives. Fox have a TV deal. Fox have football packages like they have college football over there. Fox has FS1. They don't either much be on there that much because when FS1 on there, Fox either when they doing the MLB playoffs and the World Series, that's where Fox be at. So next week, SmackDown is gonna be on FS1. Let's get to the right. Roman Reigns along with Paul Heyman and the Usos make their way down to the ring, and old man tell them to act normally. He say his special counselor had one job to do, and that was to make sure that his cousins, the Uso, were drafted to SmackDown, and that is what he did. He tells the fans to act normally. Heyman and Roman tells Paul that loves him and that his cousins love him too. He tells Heyman that he is a part of the family. He is the waste man to the bloodline, and that what he wants him to do. He wants him to be waste. He tells Heyman to tell the truth. The fan chanting Suplex City as Roman tells them that Suplex City doesn't exist. This is the land of relevance. He tells Heyman to aim it that he is responsible for Brock Lesnar free agency. Heyman say he has been with his family for 40 years. Heyman tells Roman he choose him receives RESCUED reclaimed him, saving him to be his special counsel because he know he was the wise man. Heyman say he has become access of many things in his life and he has been guilty of many more, but he has never been access of beginning stupid and poor from Tiger. Now, on the tribal chief, world would be stupid of Haman say the wild thing would be for him and to be with him until crown Jews and after the luck. It's all to Lesnar and pull the tag. He say Lesnar is laying to him and he is telling him of the plan before it even happened. Heyman say Roman will not pick stupid man to be his special counselman. Heyman tells Roman that Lesnar cannot stand that is crown jewel that corporate will be corporate. Crown Jewel, the consequence will be the consequence as he is talking Roman, asking for the microphone. He tells Roman he doesn't want him to tell him he want Heyman to look in the camera and tells Brock and Heyman tell Heyman that he will protect him because he can. Heyman looks at the camera. He tells Brock he outsmarted the wise man on a Frankenstein Titan, the doctor in loose. He knows that will happen to him at Crown Jewel. They had this confession years before he told him that The Undertaker met his match years ago at WrestleMania. That match was Brock Lesnar. He said Brock Lesnar has met his match at the match is calling Roman Reigns. He say Roman will walk into Crown Jewels into the tribal chief and he will fight him as a tribal beast and he we'll learn one thing, and that is the winner is still regaining, defend unstability, WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns, he say that is not a particular, it is a prediction, that is a spoiler, and he can believe that. I mean, yeah, but look, if you think Brock Lesnar is going to be coming back to either lose, look, he has been off the TV for 2 years. He just got back at SummerSlam. We seen him in Madison Square Garden. We seen him in on SmackDown when he took Jay and Jimmy Uso to the Suplex City and hit him with an F5. We seen that. So he is going to be returning next week on FS1 on SmackDown. So we cut backstage, Seth asking Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville if Edge will be there tonight. They tell him that Edge will going to be here tonight until last week. Seth tells him that he will go to the ring tonight, and if Edge doesn't show up that on them, he give them a format picture of Edge, and Bell tells them to return that to run him. I mean, Seth Rollins just pulling strings. He just pulling strings out of the hat. He just pulling strings. Roman Reigns and other a great promo, and Paul Heyman with the um promo. Look, all promos was good. Look, Roman Reigns have beaten Kevin Owens. He beat Kevin Owens twice. He beat Kevin Owens, Daniel Bryan. Kevin Owens, Daniel Bryan. He beat Edge and Roman Reigns. He beat Edge and Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania and main event. He beat Cesaro at Backlash. He beat Rey Mysterio at WWE Hell in a Cell. He beat Edge at Money in the Bank. He has beat John Cena at SummerSlam. He has beat uh, either much being Ballot at Extreme Rules and no disqualification match. He either much look with Brock Lesnar because I have a strong feeling the wheels is going to be put up against Roman Reigns though at Crown Jewels that Paul Heyman is going to turn on Roman Reigns and have him rejoin Brock Lesnar, have him be off the TV for a while because Brock Lesnar has decent dates that he is not going to show up to WWE live events, ain't going to show up every week on SmackDown and defend a Universal Champion, and you ain't going to see that belt into 22 at WrestleMania in Dallas, Texas next year. We know that. So, people, get ready for that because if WWE want to have them feud for the next 3 months and before we get to WrestleMania, you got to have somebody who can win the Royal Rumble. I hope it ain't Drew McIntyre winning the Royal Rumble. He ain't the guy going to be uh, fighting Roman Reigns. And if we don't get The Rock next year, I mean, and this year, if he's not available, it got to be somebody. It have to be a winner. The face of Roman Reigns for that WWE Championship. So we get a Queen crown Tamina and Carmella versus Leah Morgan. Before the bell ring, Carmella goes to the outside of the ring and worn a mask. Carmella get back in the ring. The bell ring and we are underway. Leah goes for the cover, but Carmella receive it into the code and silence the Liv. Grab Carmella mask as Carmella let go. Live with a kick to the side of the head. She goes for the cover, but Carmella get her foot on the rope. Leah runs towards Carmella, but Carmella knocks her down. She goes for the cover, but Liv kicks out. Carmella hangs Liv up in between the ropes. She hits Liv with the super kick. Carmella goes for the cover and get the pin. This still a 2 minute match, and why are they doing this? Look, Carmella ain't winning it either. Okay, she gonna run into Shayna Baszler. She's gonna run into Shayna Baszler probably gonna win it because she is gonna dominate that tournament because you know she gonna be facing Dana Brooke on Monday Night Raw. Because I'm telling you, she's going to be facing Dana Brooke over there on Monday Night Raw. So she is going to get destroyed again. And we get Carmella is backstage with Maurice. She asks how asked him how is would be to complete well not beginning a tag team. He say no one match has strangled to Donovan. He is not on SmackDown to complete. He is there to allies it. They had to be the last Carmella and Liv Morgan match is has to be done. Yeah, but it ain't do nothing for me, so I don't care. Happy Talk Corbin with Mancap Moose. Both mans are in the ring, and Mancap Moose tells him Lamb Joker. Both mans legend outcome Kevin Owens. Madcap goes to the outside, but Kevin Owens throws him into the barricade. Owens in the ring has and he attacked Corbin. Madcap attacked Owens from behind. Madcap Moose hit him with a magnified neckbreaker. We cut backstage and Piers and Sonya are talking and coming. Naomi who asks Sonya why she wasn't selected from the Queen Crown tournament. Sonya say she is not worthy of begin and Queen or even on the SmackDown roster asking Adam if she get drafted back to SmackDown. Sonya says she has a match next week against her. I mean, Kevin Owens against Corbin will end at Crown Jewels. Also good that Owens is joining her because there is not much else for him to do. Yeah, because WWE creators don't have nothing for him because they just giving him the John Moxley treatment, and they have him lose until he on his way out of there. And I told y'all last week his contract is going up on at the end of January, and after that he on his way out of there to AEW because WWE is not booking him correctly. Because I'm looking at the Queen of the Ring tournament that who going to win it. I say Shayna Baszler gonna have the crown. Mm. You know what I'm saying? And she is gonna have. I mean, she is likely to have the crown. Likely to have the crown. King of the Ring, Cesaro versus Finn Balor. The bell rang and we are underway. And why both men shaking hands and arm bar by Cesaro, but Finn Balor received it into a side headlock. Balor with a headlock takedown, but Cesaro out of it. Balor to the ropes, and Cesaro with a backbreaker. He goes for the curve, but Finn kicks out. Cesaro throws Finn into the turnbuckle. He goes for the cover, but Finn kicks out. Cesaro with a snap, more followed by a leg drop. He goes for the cover, but Balor kicks out. Cesaro runs towards Finn Balor. Balor with a double leg takedown. He hits Cesaro with a stomp and throw him to the outside. Balor runs to the ropes, but Cesaro hit him with a uppercut. He goes for the cover, but Balor kicks out. Back from the commercial break, Balor stomp on Cesaro. Balor run towards Cesaro, but Cesaro throws Balor into the corner and hit him with a uppercut. He goes for the end other uppercut, but Balor with a signal blade. But clamming the top rope, but Cesaro with a uppercut. Cesaro clamming the top rope and a suplex. He goes for the curve, but Balor kicks out. Cesaro with a crossface. Balor gets out of. Cesaro goes for the swing, but Balor receives it into the a pin. But Cesaro kicks out. Cesaro runs towards Balor, but Balor moves out of the way, and Cesaro his shoulder first into the ring post. Cesaro on the outside, and Balor fires over the top rope onto Cesaro. He throws Cesaro back in the ring. He hit him with a drop kick. Balor clammed the top rope and he lands the cup. The grace. He goes for the cover and get the pin. Yeah, Balor win. Look, I hope he get a fresh start over there on Monday Night Raw. I am hoping that he do. Because Finn probably would chase after that title. Look, you already got Seth, Rollins, Edge is over there, Big E is over there, Karrion Kross, Keith Lee, Bob Ash, Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander, MVP is over there. He can beat all those guys. Because so he can become a two-time WWE champion. Because they want to put WWE want to push Finn Balor over there on Monday Night Raw because he is a underdog. Becky Lynch is backstage with Adam Pearce, and Sonya Deville she is delivering at every request they have made. She asks how Bianca and she early the match. She say she give their people the biggest match because say say they all know how good she is, but she has to prove it. The rest of the world, Becky signed the contract and walked away. Okay, at Crown Jewels though, Sasha. Hopefully, I'm right if Sasha win that SmackDown Women's title because Becky is on Raw. Because you know, Becky Lynch owed Bianca her win because I'm telling you, she ain't forgot about that loss. She have forgot about that embarrassment loss at SummerSlam, and she haven't. On out comes Seth, and this the last one. Out comes Seth Rollins to the ring. He say they have been waiting all day. He has been waiting for weeks. He asks Edge. He comes out in to answer his challenge. He tells Edge he can even name the stipulation. He say he ended Edge with one stump. Rollins tells him if he won't and answer his challenge, he will take that as an answer again that he is not Edge, lighting that he is better than him. Seth say he understands the fans are disappointed. He is disappointed too, but this is not about him. He say Edge is not just disappointing him, but all of the fans and has families. Seth say it is embarrassing, but it is truly he cannot imagine what it like for his late little girl to know that their dad is no longer an inspiration but a crown. Was see Edge come out of a car towards the ring. Seth grab a chair and both men are in the ring. Edge hit him with a spear and Seth to the outside. Edge throws Seth into the ring, step and into the Edge grab a chair and break a piece of it off. Edge get in the ring as he goes for a crossface, but Seth elbows Edge and leave the ring. Edge grab the microphone and say him and Seth in the Hell in the Cell. A great ending to the show. Seth with a very good promo and Edge show up to well, I think Hell in a Cell stipulation from them is logos. It's just that the stipulation is overplayed, but they'll probably have a great match. It is because Edge is gonna win. I'm telling you, Edge is gonna win at Hell in a Cell. But a good SmackDown, the match were fun. Only thing was the women's match and a promo were not on point. The useless are, but tonight I can't say I enjoyed it. In the match or a promo, they tried to push Crown Jewels at lot, and the card actually looked decent. Oh yeah, it do. Let me look and see. We only have Sasha Banks versus Becky versus Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair in a triple threat match. But at WWE SmackDown Women's Championship, we have Edge versus Seth Rollins in the Hell in the Cell. This match is going to be, look, Edge is going to win. You already know. He's going to win the match. We have Big E and Drew McIntyre for that WWE Championship. Big E is gonna retain. You already know what it's gonna be going from here. He's gonna retain that belt. So WWE have to do it with Seth. He have to do it with Karrion Kross, Seth Rollins, Karrion Kross. He have to do it with who else he have to do it with? I mean, he have to be built up against Damian Priest. And I mean, he's gonna win. Uh Randy Orton, Matt Riddle versus Omos and AJ Styles for the World Tag Team Championship. Look, they don't have no other tag teams in this division over there on Raw. Their tag team is still a disaster. I don't care for this. Bobby Ashley versus Bill Goldberg DQ. Look, Bobby Ashley better be careful because Bill Goldberg gonna hit spear, jackhammer, He's gonna be hitting every kind of move on you. In a DQ match, he is gonna be picking up objects, and in the Hurt Business, they could try to get involved in that match. And so we, the much got Queen of the Tournament. Who will win is Shayna Baszler of the Crown. Look, I got look, I already got Shayna Baszler win because she is gonna be fucking every girl arms up and then and choking the shit out of them because she is a badass and she finally got away from Nia Jax and becoming a heel. But we only got 6 matches on this card. So for that I rolled down. So if you wanna come back and ask me some question, anything else while I get off of here, just let me know. Okay? Other than that, we will be back here Monday for a Raw review. At midnight, we will be back. So, good night.